Hey my lovelies, and welcome back to Bex Gaming. I am Scottish Bex. It's time for more Ship Graveyard Simulator 2. We are working our way through the DLCs. I believe we are doing the Steel Giants now. We've done the Warships already. We're now on to the Steel Giants. Let's keep going. Okay, so last time we finished the Humbacks, and now we've got Big Chung. That's quite a big vessel. We've also got, so we've got 2 left in this one before we then get onto the submarine one. So let's go. Let's see what happens. Okay, so what a massive and funny looking ship. This fella must hide some amazing stuff. A legend says they've tried to smuggle something under the chimney. That could be interesting. 2 seconds, guys. My mouse has something on it and I need to clean it. There we go. Contracts. So we've got 1,000. So 3,398. So just shy of 10 grand for, yeah. And resource wise, that's a fair whack of resources. So let's go, shall we? Let's get this one. Oh my! Whoa! This is. Well, yeah, that's not small. I don't even know what to say to that. That is insane. Oh, this is going to take me forever. This is going to take me forever. Okay, this is incoming massive. Let's go. I can hear that that's what she said comments in my head right now from my guy friends. Right. Should we be sensible and sort of start at a bit we can actually access maybe and then go backwards? Or should we start at the top and go down? What do we think? Let's start at the top and go down, right? Let's start over here. Let's start at the top and go down. That's my usual preferred route, so let's do that, right? So let's bring this down. Alright. Oh, that's a lot of electricity just smack bang out there. Let's clear off some of this deck, and then we can take a look. You know me, guys, I like to do a bit of clearing and cleaning before we do anything else. Things that we can see, things that we can get. Also gives me a quick sort of guided tour. Bit of rust stains, that's neat. Okay, so there was a few things over here I could take down, right? Okay. Let's grab them. Get them. I don't know if I can just... Oh, look, there it is, there it is. Oh, there's more stuff around here. Favorite way to bring them down. Fast and easy. No messing around. Okay, so let's... get that out. Okay, top layer of here cleared. So I'm going to go take a look at what's in this section and see if we can just drop this down to hull level. It would make sense, wouldn't it? So there's nothing here that's concerning. Not spotted anything that's making me worry yet. I mean, we've seen electricity, but that's normal hazard. Nothing that's going to stop me doing this. Okay, and I'm going to take a look down, but I'm not really... Yeah, see, there's a load of stuff that's going to have to come out of here by... So I'm not too worried. That's lower down anyway. So, whoa. Not what I intended. Come here. Don't run away from me. Cheeky. Right. So let's bring this bit down. Alright, let's go. Hey! There we go. Right, let's do some initial basic cleanup. Okay, some initial cleanup done. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do what I prefer to do, which is bring down the stairs, because I think you always end up just sitting there and then they get in the way when you're trying to throw boxes and stuff, so... Okay, stairs down. Right, so first back end piece down. Now we need to look at this. Let's start with the initial clean out as always. Hello, pipes. I hear steam pipes. Okay. That's the first steam valve closed. Right, there was rooms there I didn't get into. And they've not got any windows, so I would like to follow these pipes just in case I accidentally... Okay. So that pipe stops there. You can see that pipe stops there. Oh. No. So... room. There's some there. So that pipe goes through there. Right, then through there. Right, and then into here. Right, so let's... And we know where that pipe goes, that's fine. So, what is in here? So it comes round to here, goes along and then goes down. Okay, so if we follow it down, where did it come down? In that room, maybe? It's not always perfectly safe to go through the doors, but it's usually fairly safe to go through the doors. So we need to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So 1, 2. It would be here. Oh no, maybe this corner right here. Right, well, either way, it's not there, right? Which means it stops. So I don't think we need to worry about it. I think it's a dead-end pipe. I think that's both dead-end pipes, which is weird because it means none of them either went anywhere, which is bizarre. Want to check that? Yep, it stopped. Randomly stopped right there. Okay. That's fine. So those pipes are all accounted for. I've accounted for all of the pipes. That's fine. So we know what's happening there. Would you not? Right, so. Okay. Ah! Alright, so... Oh, for God's sake, Becky. Right, I think we've accounted for this bottom layer. I'm just going to do a double check. So... Been in there. Been in there. Yeah. Yeah, we've accounted for the this bottom layer, so let's go up, right? More pipes? Woo! And electricity. Here, maybe? Maybe above us, because it's not below us. The valve is closed, that's fine. Makes sense though, because above is... Alright, let's here it is. See the pipes, let's be very careful not to cut them. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. So that's that down. That's fine. I'm okay with that. What I do want to do is go up there, to be honest. I want to head as high up as I can go. I hear the beep beeps. So many things. I hear more beep beepies. One of the longest parts of this game is just getting the initial sort of top bit cleared, because it's always quite fidgety with lots of little rooms, and it's always one of the bits that takes you the longest, to be honest. That's the top bit cleared, so let me take down these standing walls, and then we can work our way down, I think. That's that down. I'm happy with that. So, what's the next layer? Still got electricity here somewhere. I see it. It's off. That's fine. And that accounts for that room. So that's fine. Oh, it's down. Right, so we need to take down some of this because there is something that needs to come out by crane. So let's remove this portion. Can I get that out? Yes, let's go. I'll try to get everything that's on it off quickly so it doesn't go flying. There we go. It's twice now I've done that. Right. Okay, I think this floor is now accounted for. I do need to remove the last little piece. Yeah, that's accounted for, okay. I don't know why, again, I moved my head sideways because it doesn't make me see any better around the screen, but apparently, you know, my brain seems to think I can do that. Please tell me I am not the only one who does that. Right. Okay, so we've accounted for all of this. There's still electricity somewhere here. Okay. And more. Gonna be in there, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Alright. Let's see if we can find a way into it from up here. Lights and electricity. There you go. That was impressive. That just floating TV. All right. So I think we've accounted for... Maybe not. Let me go check that is the... I think that is the back corner, but I want to check because I feel like... 1, 2, 1, 2. No, it is. Don't know, that seems to go way further back. Maybe it's a depth perception issue on my end, but that feels a bit weird. No, that's right. It's just my depth perception's off. That's fine. Right, and then that's the round here. That's fine. And I knew there was definitely a room I'd missed. Right. And that is there, okay. So that's this layer, right? Accounted for. Down another one. Let's have a look. What's gonna be in there, isn't it? No, it's there. Okay. Hang on, usually when it lets you see in, it lets you see in for a reason. Nope, that's okay. I'm going to shove all that into a tiny little box. It's totally fine. It's not at all weird, wonderful versions of science. I did wonder if I was going to hit that. There you go. Okay, so we've cleared the pipes over there. So I think actually we've cleared the pipes. I'm not sure about the steam. That's what has me nervous. I'm going to quickly go down and check. Steam pipes came down over here somewhere, right? Here. And then back. Ah, see? That's what I wanted to check. I wasn't sure I'd cleared the final steam pipe. My brain was like, I don't call seeing yet another steam pipe at this level, so luckily my brain sorta kicked in. Technically be the walk-in freezer, I'm assuming. Yeah, and we've accounted for that. That's fine. So this level is accounted for. I can go back up now. I just didn't want to break through here until I had checked those steam pipes, because it would have brought the steam pipes down. And I was like, eh. Like that. And I didn't want to get a face full of steam. Okay, so I think we have... Yeah, because that then goes... Yeah, that's a separate section on this level, isn't it? Yes. Okay. So that's this level accounted for as well, okay? And I think I said I've already accounted for the bottom layer as well. I'm just going to double check I've done all the attached bits on this level, okay? So this level, I think I said I've accounted for. I'm just going to do a quick sweep. Because I can see there's things that like that I haven't taken off yet. I think I've accounted for the floor space. I just haven't done that final kind of what else needs to be removed from this layer thing. Okay, and then down to bottom layer, which is here. Which is down to the layer that I'm going to drop it all to. So, I'm just going to do a final sweep. I think I've already accounted for this layer, but I'm just going to do a final check. That pipe is closed. I've accounted for the ones in the middle, right? Yes, I have. Right, I think we can drop everything to here. Okay, we are 42 minutes in. Well, not for you guys, but for me. So I think we can bring all of that down to here. So let's start, shall we? Okay, so we've cleared down all of the floors, bar this one wall, and that should bring everything above it down in just a second. You know, one of my favorite things about this game, when you finish doing this kind of thing, is the patchwork of different colored floors that are left. That gives you some idea of how many different sort of textures and paint colors there are, and you know, the fact that the devs didn't just put down like the base and then build rooms on top of it. They've actually changed each of the, you know, so each floor's got its own little square, and I kind of like that. I do. Maybe I'm thinking too much about it, but I kind of like it. Shows that they spent some time building these, and I like that. Anyway, so let's bring this down. Hopefully, I didn't bugger this up. I didn't see any announcement about heavy items being destroyed, so I think we did it. Now the tedious part, the cleanup. So as always, guys, I'll fast forward for you. And there you have it, guys. We have cleared up all of that mess. And it's taken me, at this point, around an hour and 10 minutes. That took me like 15 or so minutes to clear all of that mess up. But it is done. So now we can start thinking about... I mean, there's bits that have fallen up there, bits that have fallen in there, but that, yeah. So I'm going to go along the rest of this, and then we can look at what's here and see if we can bring any of this back to the area. Hey, Jessie, you coming to say hey to them? You're seeing how pretty? Are you a pretty puppy? Yes, you are. Yeah. One of these days, we're going to have to put an image of you up on the screen for them. Yes, we are. Good girl. You going to let me finish? You let me finish what we're doing? We were out just before we started, and we've only been going for an hour. Uh-huh. You going to let me finish? Good girl. So let me finish what I started before Jess decided to jump on my lap and go along here and see what we can clear. Ooh, there's loads of stuff down here. And there's steam in there. Okay. Let's go up. Let's see what's up. Right, so the front bit is the bit that's already kind of been broken out, so that's fine. The hell? Sorry guys, I just little fat squat rabbit. It looks like a bargain version of Bugs Bunny. It's hilarious. The ancient gods we know are vengeful and greedy. Therefore, during the construction of the ship, a coin was placed under the mast, which is supposed to bring luck to the sailors. At the same time, it was to pay Charon, the transporter of souls, in the event of sinking of the ship and its crew, so that they could safely go to the afterlife. On the other hand, for sailors who died at sea, coins were put in their mouths and placed on their eyelids as a tribute to Charon, according to the Greek customs. It's Charon, isn't it? It's not Charon, it's Sharon, I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. It's not Charon, it's Sharon, right? Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I can never remember with the Greek ones. I was always more interested in the Egyptian ones. Can we get this out? Or is it Caron? I can never remember. I can never remember. Oh, alright. Seems to be a bit that I haven't. There we go. Maybe Caron. I can never remember. Alright, let's get this last one out, and then we can reassess. It's not the wrong tool, I'm just not hitting what I'm aiming for. Right. Okay, so let's get that out. Okay, so let's go along here. And take some of this out then. Right. So many cut points. Okay. Why can't I? Oh, does that need to come out first and then I can? Or maybe I need to take the fences down. Let's see if that might need to come out first and then. No, okay. Well, what's stopping that? Oh, okay. I mean, the front pieces are as well. That should allow that to go. There you go. Alright. Next one. This looks like it's further away from the edge pieces this time, so we actually might be alright with this one. Every time I see like big ship doors like that, my brain just flashes back to Jurassic Park Lost Kingdom. With the giant T-Rex. Slowly but surely moving these. And I really need to speed up the crane element. I'm going to have to pay the money and speed the crane element up because, yeah. I don't know how many you can have in the queue. 6. Right. I'm gonna go grab that and do a bit of clear up while I am waiting for the crane to catch up. I think I've only missed a few bits. What I might do is take a wander around and see if there's any bits like this that just start on the ground, because we know there's bits that start on the ground. Might as well take a wander around. Ah. I don't think I can get that out. No, until the other piece is out the way, but it's fine. We can at least get it ready. Let's see where we're getting to. Oh, we can't get them out till those bits have gone because they're across the pieces. Yes, I can see now. Yes, okay. Once that one's gone, we can get these other two out. We're doing well. I mean, we're fairly moving. I mean, it's an hour and a half and we're kind of got everything back to roughly where we want it to be. So we're doing, I think I'm okay with what we've done so far. I'm gonna have a look. Oh, all of these pieces to come out, my goodness. A lot of crane work ongoing on this one. Alright, let's release all of these and then let's get these selected for go by crane. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one. Let's see what was in here. I should be able to send them to go as well now, shouldn't I? Oh. Interesting. Someone made a serious mess in here. Right, what I might do is take down these sidewalls so I can throw things into here. Plus, it's going to bring everything back to the deck. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Okay. So what I'm going to do then is drop this section. And then we can throw it into there. So let me get up there and start doing that. I'm going to do that probably from the inside for ease. Let's go. One of the arguments could be, well, why are you bothering to do this? Because by the time when you do the bit below, it's going to drop this anyway. And I get that. But I need to get rid of the mobile cargo unit. And rather than just waste it, it makes sense to use it. And since I like to have a reference point, as in bring everything back to a set level, I find the deck a very good level point to do that to begin with, and then you kind of then cut it into pieces across the way, and I always find that a very kind of sensible way to do this. So that is part of the why, because that's there to be used, and in doing so allows me to bring everything back to deck level, which I think is kind of good. Right, so here we go. Are you ready for this? There we go. Let's start clearing. Hey, that was the last one I needed to pick up, and it also filled it, which was nice. Okay. So we can drop this one because we can throw this one into the truck that's down there. So let's start, while that's going, we can start working our way around. Okay, let's go. See if I missed any. Hey! Let's start. There we go. Okay, so we're almost done bringing everything back to this, which is great because that's gonna have leveled so much down. Now, yeah, there's a huge ship still to go, but it's gonna have brought so much back. So what I'm gonna do is let's finish this bit where the unit was that I didn't do behind just because I didn't want to disrupt it. So let's just quickly bring this down, and then I can move over there because I'm going to start at that side. So I'm going to bring the truck over to that side, and I'm going to start on that side. So this is kind of why I just want to get this bit done, and then I know everything at this side is where I want it to be. Okay. And then what we're going to do is bring the truck over and start clearing that side. Because what we're going to do is, that's broken open. I'm going to start that side and move backwards with the clear. So, happy with that. Happy. Let's go get that. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring that stairs down because it's going to bug me. I don't feel like I'm done until I've brought that down. Right, so now I'm happy. Let's go. So let's bring the truck back, shall we? So let's bring down the rest of these walls. I think we're safe to do so. Okay, so we're taking the walls down that were up here, but I'm not touching this yet because there's steam in there, and it seems to be there seems to be pipes. So what I want to do is run up here and disconnect these sides and drop this roof. That is my thought process. There you go. And that was what I was trying to achieve. Okay, that's another electricity off. A little bit of cleanup. There's some up here, so let's get up there and grab that. Oh. I'll need to go looking for those steam pipes. Right, so we turned the electricity off. So hopefully we can get into whatever this is. And it's just a box. Okay. That would be the pipe, right? That's causing me problems. That goes down. Down here. And along. And round. And that's not a steam pipe. I see it. Like, there you go. Oh, there it is. Follow that round. Was up there, so maybe the other way? There. It's there. Okay. Okay, so we need to... somewhere in here. There it is. Pressing E to close the valve, it's not closing the valve. That was weird. Alright then, that would leave us the option of being able to take down the rest of this section. Now that we've cleared the steam. Alright, let's do this. When this comes down and lands, it's going to leave rust stains, and I think that's a really cool watch. Oh no, it's not doing it. Sometimes it does. Yeah, there it did. It transferred the rust off that onto the... Yeah, it's quite... I like that. That's quite neat. Little things like that I think make a game fun. But we've got this down now, so that's at least the deck now is completely cleared back. So that's something. Everyone's going to do these things their own way. I mean, I would love to know what people's how do other people approach it. Like, what kind of way do you approach breaking down these bigger ships? Like, do you have a sort of set method? Like, I've got quite a set method that I like to use, and you know, everyone does things their own way. I would love to know, you know, because you never know, might be more efficient than mine. You know, so always good to get tips and tricks. I've also found that sometimes people will say, do it this way, or do something this way, and then I try that, and then it's not just about being efficient overall, it has to work for the way your brain works. And I found there's been a few times where somebody's made a suggestion about trying this or trying that, and just due to the way my brain sees patterns and does things, it doesn't quite work for me, it doesn't quite flow for me. But it obviously works for whatever way their brain works, which is great, you know, because it's not just about what is the most efficient way overall, because everyone's brain is slightly different, so it has to be efficient for the way your brain works. Because if it doesn't work with the way your brain works, all it's going to do is slow you down. Okay, so let's get these things out. I should be able to get these out. Fingers crossed. So that piece goes all the way down, good to know. More things to come out under. Well. Why is there a box all the way over there? I don't know, but that made my eye twitch. It's like, what? Grab some of this, might as well while we're going. Nothing wrong with doing a bit of clearing. Okay, so we've taken out the stuff that was here. So what I might do after I cut this is break this off where the cut points are and then can drop this floor as well. I think that's an idea. I might go up here and separate from sort of here back, because that's sort of... Okay, so provided I didn't miss any bolts, we should just be able to... Gonna do it. I do have a habit of missing the odd bolt, unfortunately, so sometimes that just stops it in its track. There we go. And then all I need to do now is bring down these two walls. Oh, something's still keeping it connected. Need to check. Might be these... What is keeping it connected? Something's keeping it connected. Might be this. Not that, I'm just cutting that while I'm here. Might be this here. Which is stupid because that piece is now floating, but we know that the physics in this do some weird, wonderful things, so yeah. I mean, it is literally floating. Wonder if it's one of the side pieces. Sometimes it's the side pieces. Sometimes it's like these extra pieces here that do it. No. I'm just thinking that piece is pretty close, so maybe it's one of these. Nope, but can I get that out now that I've done that? Yeah, I can. Something is definitely holding this in place. And it's not attached at the top, so it's not the top. I'm thinking it's these pieces. Because we know, for some reason, these metal pieces have a very weird effect on gravity. We've seen this before. It's the metal grate pieces that definitely do weird and wonderful things. interestingly not. Okay. But that's not holding it up. Oh no, maybe it is. No. Okay. So, is it the metal? Is it those metal pieces? Because like I said, we've noticed this before, that the weird metal pieces, the sort of grated metal pieces, seem to have the biggest effect, or seem to be the most broken on the physics track. So it could be them that's doing it. So let's... So I've noticed that before, that they seem to have the biggest effect on gravity issues. Gravity physics. No. Let's see if we can find the piece that's holding everything up, shall we? Oh, these little half pieces do weird things too. Could be that. Nope. We're on the hunt for the piece that's holding it all up. No. I'm doing it side by side because sometimes it's the... I have no idea what's holding this up now. It is making no logical sense now. That's annoying, especially in the big ships. The big ships are so slow. You really don't want to have gravity issues. The fact that we're having gravity issues... There we go. Is just slightly frustrating. Alright, let's clean up that mess, shall we? I saw that move. That out, but I can't get that out. Can I now? Because I saw that piece move. Does it need to be? Yeah, there you go. All right.
Hello.
So now that that's gone, maybe able to get that out. Yeah, we can. right direction. We can get the front of this off, then that opens that up and we can start doing my usual let's work backwards through each layer and, you know, I'm going to do a quick run round while the last of that is picking up and just pick some of this free floating stuff up. Come across anything like that and that, we can close them. Hey! So I want to take a look at what's under here. I have a sneaky suspicion if we take this bit off, we can then actually get that front section off. Right, and the last two pieces. Right. So I think if I jump down, there's probably cut pieces down here, and once I disconnect these, I can probably get this last little bit away. So let me just do a bit of cleanup down here. Okay, cleanup done. I see the cut points. Let's see. Not exactly positioned the right way, but okay. This could cause problems getting them to cut. There we go. Managed to get them. They're supposed to be like that, I think, but for some reason they were standing up instead of lying flat against the piece. Okay. Can we? Yeah, we can. Quickly go and pick some of this stuff up that's collapsed under here. I don't really need to get them at the time that I'm doing things, but I just might as well while I'm down here and waiting for that piece to clear. Nice! Okay, quick scan of this area. Like there's a piece there. There's a couple of pieces there and some here. Oh, I saw something there it said I could pick up. There, that. There you go. Okay. Other side, have a quick scan. Good, okay. That should mean I'll get rid of that as well. And so it begins. We've got the front off, we've got the top down, and now it's just moving backwards through all the storage compartments, really. Best way to do this is to bring this. Ooh! Saw a piece in the ground there. Is that there? Yeah, there you go. Alright. So I'm assuming the first place we're going back to is here. That would make sense. Or at least it makes sense to me. Can't comment as to whether it makes sense to you, but it certainly makes sense to me to go back to that piece, because that's a breakable piece. So let's, the usual as always, let's take sides off first. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I think if we take a look around the outside from where we've been, I think we can actually drop that. I think we've turned that gas pipe off, so I'm just going to go double check. I'm going to follow that down. I'm pretty sure we've turned that gas pipe off, so if we keep following that, that was to here, right? Yeah, that gas pipe's closed. I think we can drop these walls. Nope. Let's do that. Right. Okay, so let us clear up everything that's left for the moment, and then we can go from there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is cut these bits, because these bits are good to go. So I'm going to run along and drop down since that's not full yet. So let's go. Oh. Okay, well, what I could do, because that side is still attached, is just start dropping one of the sides. Well, let's take off some of this so I can see what's underneath. So I'm trying to get to the point that I can get rid of that, but I don't want to go too close. Still being held up by the other side, so I'm not worried about taking anything else out. Okay, let's see what's in here. Gonna say that's gonna hit the, isn't it? Okay, hang on. Well, it's still going green, so it's still got not covered over yet. Oh, pippies. My goodness, how much is in this thing? There we go. Finally. Only took forever. Once that's gone, we can drop the sides of this and then drop underneath as well. And then get that out. There we go. Okay, so this should be this coming down. Send it that way as well. And it's just gonna stop halfway round. Apparently, no. Said, no, not interested. I'm just gonna float. Ah, that's why. There we go. That makes more sense now. Okay, so as always, let's do the cleanup. Okay, what have we got? We've got a few bits up here, but other than that, I think we're good to get this out. Okay. And what we can do is grab these. Okay. And then let's go up and cut, right? Well, unweld. It's going to say solder, but solder and weld is the opposite. It's when you're putting it together, isn't it? So what's the opposite when you're breaking it? Anyone know what the terminology is when you're breaking it? Like, because to solder or weld it together is when you're doing it together. So what would be when you're taking it apart? What would the terminology for that be? Unweld does not sound correct. It sounds like bad English. I don't know. Oh, saw that piece move. And I saw that piece move, so let's go pull these two pieces. Whoa! Oh no, that's going on the crane. I was like, it looked like a piece of it broke away and was flying. I thought it was a bug for a split second. I was like, what's going on here? No, okay. Man, that definitely threw me for a split second. Mm-hmm.
Hello,
right, so while that's going, let's separate the sides, shall we? That is so satisfying. Okay. Okay, that's cleaned up. Right. One more down. Okay, we're getting there. So, we've still got like 4 or 5 big chunks to go, maybe. It depends. I don't know where the next... I think the next connector is here at these bits. So I think it's probably going to be there, there. So I think there's maybe 4. Could be wrong. Yeah, see, it's just past it. Yeah. Was not wrong. So let's go down the sides. Alright, let's go. Pop it. Pop it. There we go. Okay. I saw pipes, so let's go down. There we have it. So there's a... turn off the electricity and close the pipe. Okay. Back along. So I think I've missed. These ships are so big now that it takes so long to like save and load, and it makes me wonder, like, the big ones, I don't know if my PC's gonna handle it. We can try. I mean, yeah. Right, so we want to have a look inside. So let's go up. Let's have a look, shall we? Interesting. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I think we can break a side out here to throw things. Ah. Interesting. Okay, let's get this out. I think that's enough to get rid of these. Yeah, that's perfect. While that's going, we can swing around and pick up all of this junk, gump. Take your pick. Okay, so this layer can come down, that's fine. So let's see. I can see a... yeah, I can see one of them. Let me just have a look what else is down there. few things that need to pop out. Okay. Right. Well, we're dropping to that level anyway, so I'm not worried about them. What I was more thinking about is just making sure there was nothing on the inside that was going to cause problems. And then coming down here. Down a level. This is where we need to go down to. Checking there's nothing on the outside that I need to be concerned with. Don't see anything. I think we're okay. I think that was all disconnected from above. So I think if I drop these sides here, we should be fine. There we go. Might not. This last piece might be holding it up. So let's see. Oh, oh, oh. There we go. Beautiful. Let the cleanup commence. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear around these first. Which I think makes sense. And then we can get these out. So let's get around these sort of cleared off. So I can see what I'm doing. Right, and then we can detach. Get it out. Okay. But this one as well. So let's get this one out. What's up? So let's clean up. On top here. I don't think it stops them going if stuff's sitting on it, but I just, it can throw them for miles, so I prefer to not do it when there's stuff sitting on it. I like to get the stuff off of it, because then it doesn't go for miles. Alright. One, and I've maybe not cut the last piece. No, I haven't here. Alright. So while that is clearing, we can finish clearing up this. Oh. Okay, that can go as well. So let's... Why are they missing? How bizarre. It was showing green but then bouncing past, which is weird. Might bring it closer. Maybe that's a problem. Right. That cleared down. And I'm going to sign this. I'm going to go flick that. Go. So I think what we need to do is disconnect and remove these as well. So I think we're going to do what we've been doing previously. So we're going to go up and just take them down like we've been doing. So one side, one side. So this side, up the gump as I go. Then the other side, like that. And then the middle pieces. Okay, we're at the bottom layer, so these should separate. Well, no, they won't actually, because I've not cut the bottom layers. Oh no, it did! I was gonna say, because I've not cut the bottom layers sides off yet, but they moved, so we're gonna go along here. Okay, go! That should pop the base. Legs. Oh! Where did that piece go? Did anybody else see that? That was like... I think that piece went into the universe. It just shot off in this direction somewhere, and I have no idea where it went. Alright, let's bring down the sides. That piece has gone off to join the angels. May it rest in peace, and never be found again.
क्या आपके पास कोई जहाज है?
I actually did that. Oh. Right, so the other thing we need to do, get up there, is get these ones. That's not able to go, but
Hello.
these two are. I don't know why that one can't. So, can we get these two pieces out now? Ah! Once these are gone, we can do a bit of a check. And I'm still curious as to the piece that shot off in that general direction, to be honest. Some of this up while we're waiting. Might as well. Not going to do us any harm to have cleared some of this. I know it'll get cleared when I get to that part, but, you know, one of those might as well while I'm going. There was a piece that definitely shot off over this way, but I don't see it, so I don't know if it, like, didn't actually go as far, you know, like if it just looked like it went that way. If that makes any sense, because I'm not seeing anything out this way, so I don't know if it was just sort of deceptive on the how it looked kind of scenario. Forward. Alright, a couple more pieces to go. Same routine as before. Right, so we have pipes here, so I'm going to head down. Let's cut the bit in the middle and then head down. That's everything I can see there. Let's go round. There's nothing on this side. No. Okay, do we see anything? Stuff to come out by crane. That's to be expected. Already shut that power down. Already closed that valve. Nice. I'm pretty organized, this one. Right, let's have a look. Yep, that's just stuff. So, well, it's all just stuff, isn't it, really? Stuff. Right. Let's go up. Oh, I can't believe I pulled that off. What is in here? Anything that needs to be checked? Or come out by crane, should we say? No, this is all just snot. So let's... Okay, that's that. Cleared. Other side? All right. So what have we got in here? We've got... yeah, so bits that... nothing that's not... that can't just be dropped for the moment. Obviously, to this level. And then, like before, clean all that up and then drop the floor. Or clean it all up, get the crane elements out, then drop it to the floor, should we say. Right, I didn't expect that last piece to bring it down. Brought it down a bit quicker than I was intending. I think there's pieces over there still attached, but let's clear this and get the crane elements out, shall we?
مجالتي بهان أوغا. क्या आपके पास कोई जहाज है?
Right, okay. Now that that's all down, we can go back to the clear. Hopefully that won't take me too long. Okay, another portion clear. Oh, grab that. Okay, so usual practice. We need to separate the middle, so let's go. I think we know this dance by now. Okay, that should be it disconnected all the way down. So, should now just be a case of... And I don't know if I can pull the edges first. Let's see. See if we can do this slightly differently. Yeah, we can. Alright.
Hello, क्या हाल है?
Alright.
क्या आपके पास कोई जहाज है?
Let's go. Boom. Nice. Okay. Whew. As usual. Let's get some of this down. Taking off pieces behind here so I can get this out. Right, so let's clear along here. All of this is off. Nothing's touching that back couple of pieces, right? So then, can we get that one? That one? That one? And that one out. Let's start the cleaning process. Okay, next piece.
Hello, क्या हाल है?
Alright. Any pieces we missed? Let's have a look. Think we're doing okay. Hey, we're almost there now. Oh, it's such a slog. Ooh. Alright. Really is getting to rinse and repeat, isn't it? It's quite sort of same-ish as you go, to be fair. Right. This one only seems to have one. Interesting. Okay, so let's clear some of this. Seems to be changing now that this seems to be the last sort of block piece, and then the last chunk seems to have a lot of different stuff in it, which is interesting. It's going to be nice to have a change, actually. After so many of the same thing over and over, it's nice that it's going to be a little bit different. I think That's the only thing I would say about these big ships so far, is it seems very repetitive. All the levels are the same so far, and it's all the sections have been the same, and it's kind of a bit zoney, in the sense of you just zone out while you're doing it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think for chill out it's okay, but I think in the long run it's a little bit samey, and there's kind of a level of you going, this is kind of, yeah. You know, I can feel that. You know, and I think it would be nice if there was a little bit of difference at places, I think. Oh, missed. There we go, and let's see what's in here, shall we? Have a look. Yes, so there is stuff that needs to come down in there, so we can't just drop, so I need to go around and take this top off. Here we go. Clear off the top. Get these out. I think there was a cargo container thing over there. Well, I'm standing on cargo containers. I think there was the mobile cargo container box thing over there. Don't know if I'm going to need to take these walls out to get these out or not. This is what we're going to find out.
क्या आपके पास कोई जहाज है?
Oh, I saw another one down there. No, that's just a lot to come out, but I don't think any of them are, I don't think it's a mobile container. I think it's just, yeah.
मैं जल्द ही वहां आऊंगा.
Right, so I'm gonna have to do this bit in pieces.
कोई बात नहीं.
Well, let's get some of them out at least. All right. Let's get this out, right? So lucky that if you accidentally misclick it, doesn't make them go boom.
मैं जल्द ही वहां आऊंगा. क्या आपके पास कोई जहाज है?
Yeah. What I might do while that's there is do a bit of running around and clear some stuff. Might as well. Hello. There we go. I'm wondering if that was the one that was electrifying everything else upwards.
हेलो, क्या हाल है?
Okay, the last of these out.
हम संपर्क में रहेंगे। Oh! Woo! That was satisfying. Crazy pieces do crazy things. All right. So what I need to do that I haven't done yet, I started the clean but realised what I haven't done is separated the sides yet, which I normally do first, and that allows me to then pull them out while I'm cleaning up. So let's do that first. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Alright, let's get this other pieces aside off now. Right, so that just leaves one section plus the back end, which I think we're doing pretty well, I think. It's been a long road, but, you know. One has felt unusually long. Like, this one has felt, like, really long. I know it's not, but it's not been any longer than the others. And yet, weirdly, it has felt a lot longer than the others. And I don't know why. Too much rinse and repeat, maybe? In terms of the way the ship was put together? Potentially. Because repetition does tend to make things feel longer, doesn't it? Because, yeah. Maybe? I think these bigger ones are also a lot more draining. I think doing them in general, like I suppose they're probably more designed to be broken up. And this one I actually have done in a couple of different parts, just due to I wasn't able to sit down for the full sort of 6 hours and do it in one go. I've had too much on. And yeah, I think that also could be part of it. But I'm just curious as what other people think of it. Like, what's your tactics with the big ships in terms of, do you break it into a couple of different plays? And what do you know, like I'd love to know other people's thoughts on it, because like I'm as much as I'm enjoying them, I also am finding it too, because there's not enough variance. Like, this is a prime example. It's a nice big ship, but there's not enough variance in it that it's becoming kind of, almost feels a touch tedious. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still enjoyable enough, but I think if you did this enough, you would just be like, yeah. And I think Hard Space had the same problem. There was only so many ships, or so many types of ships, that you got to the same point where it became kind of a little bit repetitive breaking them down, you know. So I'm hoping the big cruise ones are quite varying in their stages, because otherwise, if it's like this where it's just the same squares over and over, it's I don't know, just if you've done them, did you find it the same way? Like, did you find it as sort of monotonous in terms of because of the repetition of the sections, or did you approach it slightly differently? I'd be very curious to know. Right, I've obviously not separated something here, because, oh no, these bits need to come out first, right, don't they? Hang on. I forgot I need to take them out first. Right, now that they're gone. Okay, and then once they're done, I can do a quick check, and then we're on to the last little 2 bits at the back. The furthest back bit won't take long, because that's just breaking off the back, but it's, yeah. Let's do a quick review. Don't see anything here. Oh, see one piece there. It's there. I definitely need to speed the crane up, I think. Need to put the money on that. I definitely think the crane needs a speed up. Alright. What are we doing up here? Let's disconnect everything along here so I can see. Taking some. Oh yeah, I turned that off, so I should be able to drop them now. Okay, good. I think this bit's going to be much more complicated. But I'm ready for that. I'm ready for the change because it was so tedious. The last pieces are just taken. I mean, 1 or 2 repeat is fine, but they were big repeats, and there was 3 or 4 of them, and I was getting to the stage that I was like, ugh. I think there's a limit to how much you can repeat before it feels... Yeah. You might disagree. Everyone's different. So you might be somebody who thinks, no, actually for me, I really wish they were all just like that because it makes them quick and simple. But I don't think my brain works quite that way. I think as much as I like pattern and repetition, there's a limit to entertainment value of that. I mean, that's fine for work because you know where it is, but for gaming, not so much. I get bored of grinding games. It's part of why I stopped playing like World of Warcraft and stuff, because the grind and the repetition over and over and over just got dull. And yeah, even 7 Days gets like that at times. I think a lot of, you gotta be careful of the repetition in games. Like RPGs a lot because they don't have as much repetition. I think it's also why I'm more into horror games now, in the sense of story-based horror games, psychological horror games, because you're following a story, it's linear, it continually changes. I think I've been playing a lot more of that because my brain seeks out that little bit of adaptation. A little bit of difference. I'm just trying to bring this roof down because I think I need to... I can see what's going on here. Okay, nice. Okay. I'm just wondering... Yeah. So there's nothing up here that can't just come down, right? That's sort of... That's absolutely... This section here is fine to just come down, right? The last one that needed towards the end, where you kind of had to take it down in sections, and it's a little bit more. But this actually is suddenly enjoyable again, and it's suddenly enjoyable again because it's different again. I can see these, right? So this... Definitely not anything that's going to cause chaos, right? If I do this? Nope. Okay. This. Like so. Nice. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go down and see if we can get that out. I don't know if we can, but I'm going to go all the way down. I suspect not. I suspect, see all these lines here? I'm suspecting all of these are going to have to come out as well, but... Big fat but. I'm going to see if we can do it anyway. trying to get down. Probably not. I probably have to take all those beams out, but I'm gonna see if we can. What did it? Something. Oh, okay, hang on. There. Okay. So there is more elements blocking this, right? So let's take a look, right? So I'm trying to, or attempting to, lower some of this down. So we can bring, there's nothing here, right? So we can bring all this down as well, right? So like we separate here. And leave that side up. Right? This should be okay to come down, this bit. There you go. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna check out here and see what we can do over here, because I think this is the next bit we need to resolve. So let's resolve this, and then we can look at dropping this as well. So this is fine, right? So it's just the bit here that needs to come out. So we need to probably just that, I think. Let's find out. Might need to take the stairs down because they're right next to it. Yep, that can come out, right? So that... Yeah, okay. So once this is out, go through here. Oh, ooh. Just a ladder down, okay. So there's nothing here that's an issue. So can we bring it all... So this... Yeah, so we can bring it all to this level. So that's going out by crane. I feel like we're going in the right direction. I feel like it's like, yeah. Like, I felt like I was slowly kind of like going, because it was getting kind of monotonous. And now I feel like it's suddenly kind of gone back in the right direction again. It's suddenly feeling different. It's coming back alive. I'm not a big fan of those big empty spaces. I know it makes them quicker, but I also think it makes them more boring. And you feel free to disagree with me on that. You might be like, no, that we love it. It's the best way, you know. And that's fine. But for me, I just find that boring, to be honest. So what's holding it now? There should be something. Something must be holding it. What's holding it? This maybe? That's what's holding it. Nice. You have a floater. Man, the physics in, I love it. Like that stuff's from, like, I don't know, like Harry Potter's world or something. It's not as fast as the big squares are, obviously, because you're having to do it a bit more carefully. You have to check more stuff. You know, you can't just go through it, whack, and bring it all down. But, you know, it's I enjoy it. Okay, I'm going to jump onto the top of this and collect all the stuff off of here. Okay. So there's nothing on this level. That's... Yeah. So we can lower this level as well. That's fine. I mean, I probably could have checked that before I did it, but it's not as clear. So I would rather do it slowly and safely, because it's not as clear. So I would much rather go at much slower pace and just check than through it at 100 miles an hour and risk breaking something. But yeah. There we go. I think we can just bring all of this down as well. Like, I think we can disconnect this level. We go down and check it, but we should be able to just drop this level. I'm not seeing... Ooh! I'm not seeing anything that's giving me concern, to be honest. so if I don't, you know, like miss throw and stuff. I think I can get some of the street out already. Like, can I get... Yeah, we can. Might as well. You know. It makes sense rather than... Every piece you leave, you risk, you know, you risk having a problem with, so... Right. So... go in here and take a look. Green element, green. So what I might do here is drop here. Get these pieces out. Gets those out of the way, right? I need to follow those pipes. Those pipes go somewhere, right? So let's follow those pipes down, shall we? They go down this way. There's that can get closed. That can get turned off. I see them. I see them. Okay. So where is the electricity for that piece? That's the one we need to find. Because that's causing problems. There you go. That's what we're looking for. And that is off. Okay. Are free to drop it now because we've turned off those pipes. I'm going to check this side. Right. I'm not worried about that now, so it's bit. Okay. And then we should be able to take these out, right? While they're coming out, let's a little bit of cleanup. Doesn't have to be all of it, just a little bit of it. You know, as you do it. I want to drop this bit here. So I can throw things easily to that. Oh. So this is all fine here. So what we could do is let's Interesting. That did not come down. Not the walls. I mean, all of the section that I separated didn't come down. That's interesting. So why is it still standing? Because it's connected here? Is this what's keeping it up? Interesting. I'm not sure what's holding it up, but I'm gonna find out. Sometimes these smaller pieces do weird and wonderful things with the physics. Should not be standing. Oh no, maybe it's this. Maybe it's this piece. But nope. There we go. That took a bit. Oh, okay. That's ready to go. So once that's gone, can maybe about this is ooh spicy. We have spicy balls. Let me see. See more gas. See if I can find where the spicy walls are. In there, isn't it? Well, we can't... Oh, do you know what it could be? It could be around the back, right? It's not. Okay. So the spicy walls are in here somewhere. We need to... find a way in without bringing down any of the pipes. Let me see what I can see from this side. What can we see from this side? Let's see. So the pipes are maintained to the left. Right. This could get interesting. Nope. Still more spicy walls. How do we... In the back, maybe? All still spicy. Gonna be from below? We get up from below? Like... No, I don't think so. Maybe I'd have to... on. I get in... Maybe? Nope. The walls are still... The floor's still spicy under here as well. How do we do that? How do we do that? How do we de-spicy the walls? That's the question. That's the important question. Well... It does hurt us, but it doesn't always kill us, so here's my thought. Not quite as far as that big. Can we... Yep, that hurt. And it didn't do anything. Okay, Oh! That's a spicy box there. Okay, hang on. Let me clear so I can see what I'm doing here. Right. There you go. Bite out the walls. Okay. The important bit. Okay, so let's... Can we bring down... I think it's this bit at the front, actually, that's stopping it. We'll find out. There we go. Jeez, that did not want to come out, did it? Right. I think that is everything up to this section that needs to be done. So there's nothing in here. I have... Yeah, it's just this bit here now. So this needs to come out still. Okay, so... Yeah.
आपके पास कोई जहाज है?
Right, so is that everything needs to come out from the crane variety in this back section? This taking, I can't even comment on how long this last bit is taking me like an hour to do this one little back bit. But again, I don't mind because I'm enjoying the fact that it's different, it's changed, and that's been a lot of fun. I like the fact that this last bit has been so different. It's like revived my kind of like, yeah, I want to do this. Whereas I think once you're doing the same thing over and over, you're kind of like, okay. I mean, if you're in a completely I don't want to think about it mood, then yeah, I get that. But 99% of the time when you're playing, that's not what your brain's at. So you do want to kind of be doing other stuff, and you know, and you want something a bit more challenging. I like the hard space game, the hard space chip breaker, because it was quite, you had to think it through a little bit, and I think I like that when they added hazards in this, because it was like, oh well, you know, it's not just a case of, oh, I'm just going to hit this over and over and over, you know. Let's bring this down. There we go, it was. Okay. Whew. Time to start the cleanup. And pull these last pieces down, so let's go. Score.
Hello, क्या हाल है? हम संपर्क में रहेंगे.
Right, so while the crane is doing its thing, we can be cleaning up. Last one away. Okay, so we just got the last back bit to do now, which has got a few things. It does have a few things on there, which we're going to have to deal with. I do very much feel like, you know, when you're on a trip and you've got the kid in the back of the car that's like, are we there yet? That is how I feel. Not as in I've got a kid at the back of the car going, am I there? That I'm the kid at the back of the car going, are we there yet? This one has been such a slug, and I can't explain it any other way than that. It really has been, and it's a little frustrating actually that it's felt so. Yeah, yeah, it really has. It's just felt tedious. And I don't think it's the game. I don't think I'm bored of the game, because I'm very much still like, want to play. I think this one felt like, and it's not even been as big as, you know, in terms of, it doesn't feel like it was as big as one of the other ones, but it just feels like it was too repetitive. I don't know if that is making sense. It makes sense to me, but whether it makes any sense to anyone else, but it's kind of how it's felt to me, like it was just too repetitive in terms of that. And I know that, to be fair, they're transport ships, aren't they? They're big steel tankers. They're not going to be, they're full of cargo space. That's how it works. Yeah. So it shouldn't really be a surprise that that's how they are, but that is it's kind of how it's felt. And yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward to finishing this one and being like, yeah, done with it. Like I say, I don't think it's specifically the game. Like, I'm not bored of the game. It's nothing like that. It has literally just been this particular ship. Just feels like it has taken an eternity, and that is like, you know, it's not really been that much slower than the other ones, maybe. I feel like this has been a bit more like, you know, that first one that I did and I didn't quite get my rhythm right. It's felt a bit more like that, but not because I didn't have the rhythm. The rhythm was there, I was doing it. It's more in the sense of it was just so repetitive. It was, yeah. Right, and that'll allow me to get all of that out, which is kind of what I wanted. Without having to faff around. It was kind of my thought process. It was quicker to go in rows really quickly along the top than it was to try faff around. So that was sort of where my head went to. Agree or disagree, it's done now.
I'm some park mere hingen. आपके पास कोई जहाज है?
Interesting. What are these? They're gonna break in half, is it? Okay. Alright, alright, alright. So, do I need to separate this piece up here, do we think? Is this what that did? That's a very good question. Who knows? See, I feel like these fill really fast now, but then that's because I can carry 350 at a time, so I am putting... It'll be the same amount of weight, it's just that I'm filling it faster because I've got more hold, if that makes any sense. Right, so that, I think... Right, so is this... Do we have to... Does this get winched off as well? Like... Oh, it does! There you go.
Hello.
Alright, so we can do the other side then, now that we know what that is. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I thought that was going to go rogue there. Where to go? It's bugged out! It's bugged out! There we go. Yeah. And the last little bit of cleanup before we do the final sort of, did I miss anything sweet? So let's go. I think that was the last one. So let me just go jump down. There's a few bits and pieces down here that's fallen. So let me grab these and then think about seeing if we can get this to shift. I've just realised it's a bad choice of words if you're from Ireland. But aye. Okay. This should be it. This should be it. This should be it. Are we there yet? Yes, we are. It's like that moment on a long drive home. You always reach a certain point that you would be like, I'm just about home now. And everybody's always had that. Like, when you're just about home, there's something you pass every time and you're like, now I'm almost home. It's like the home stretch. Let's... There was a few pieces. Do you know what? That was not bad, actually. I think that's us, guys. It has been a long journey, but we have gotten there in the end. Okay, so let's go. My fingers are definitely in cramp. And I broke this into pieces as well. I didn't even do the full 6-7 hours in one go this time. Right, let's hand in the contracts. Finish Big Chung's contract. Okay, so for the next ship we need 7.5. So we need to keep 7.5 for the is it Pobeda or Pobeda? Don't know. But it is the last one in the Steel Giants. Not gonna lie. That's gonna be a slight relief because it's gonna be another biggie. Then it looks like they get a little bit smaller again before going back up to these. These ones are gonna be the ones that are probably gonna make me cry. I'm not lying. I'm not, you know, it's ooh. But we still have a few ships before then. So let's just breathe a sigh and go from there. Right, let's do this. I am not doing the sorting game. That's not going to happen. I mean, I'm not sitting there for 4,000 of them. No way, no way am I sitting there for 4,000. I would fall asleep. Alright, so let's... I want to see how much the crane upgrade is. No!
आप टूल्स खरीदना चाहते हैं?
See, that's 5k. But I think it's doable. 15k! Jeez, for the next one. Right, so I need 7k. So I do need to sell stuff.
शुभ प्रभात, my friend.
Ouch.
फिर मिलते हैं, my friend.
15k. My goodness. 15k. Is that... I mean, seriously, like...
आप क्या चाहते हैं, my friend?
Ouch. And apparently it's Cran 5, not Crane 5. Right, so we need to
Namaste, my friend.
get a load back. I'll do it. Madness. Madness. Does anybody know, can you redo the ships? Like, so if you've done them already, can you redo them? Like, is it worth doing a fast one that gives you a decent amount of money quickly? Or is it a case of you can for the materials, but you don't get the contracts again? Does anybody know? Like, I've not tried it, so I am curious. Anyway, I still haven't upgraded this. I still haven't upgraded the hut. And that's why I was asking about maybe redoing some of the ships, because I'd be tempted to, on my off time, redo some of them just so that I can get the money to, like, upgrade my hut and stuff like that. Anyway, guys, this has been a lot of fun. I am going to leave this part here. So hopefully you're enjoying the series, and if you are, don't forget to give us a like. And as always, your thoughts, any tips and tricks to make this easier would be handy. And we'll see you in the next part. Enjoy all.